What's up, guys? Happy Monday to everybody. This is Tim with Everything Sharp. Glad to have y'all back. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Today is Monday, and we're going back into the bag from Red Hill Cutlery. And just gonna pull out one. So I visited Red Hill Cutlery a couple weeks back. Have not opened these knives. Been saving them for you guys to share the first impressions. We got a Microtech Combat Troodon Double Edge Gen 3 Tan Apocalyptic Standard. So Microtech always comes in a nice cardboard box. Their presentation is excellent. Got this like little brochure. I never take it apart. Just tells you about the knife out the front. Product manual. This was inspected by JB. Caution sharp edge. So I went up there and held this knife, and man, it felt good in the hand. So we brought it back home with us, and yeah, I really like this one. So we got gold, or like a coyote tan. It's aluminum. We have machined aluminum, not contoured, but all the edges have been knocked down and chamfered. We have jimping on the back where the firing switch is, and jimping underneath where you're grabbing a hold of it at. We have a C3 lanyard hole. We have a glass breaker, a minimal glass breaker. It's not like a big one. We have a titanium clip and a ceramic ball. You guys ready to fire this thing? Much easier to fire. And look at that blade. That blade is sexy. Sexy knife. Combat Troodon on the blade. It is double edged, dagger ground. I mean, it fires really good. These Gen 3s have very minimal blade play either way. Yeah, man, this thing feels good. Easy to fire. I was wanting a single edge, but the double edge, you get a little bit more cutting edge on it. Yeah, man, it just feels really, really nice overall. Let's check this edge out. So it looks like we got, I don't know if this is Microtech's. It's a Torx of some sort. I don't know the size, guys. The body screws. There's only 4 body screws. Titanium switch. This thing fires pretty good, man. In and out. Then on the blade steel, we got the m390mk. We do have a fuller, a blood fuller down the middle of the blade with holes in it there. It is double edged, and let's check this edge out on it. If you haven't held one of these Troodons, they just feel really, really good in hand. And it's a cutter too. Yeah, boy. It's a slicer. All the way out to the tip. Is that me or the knife blade? Let's see. Definitely was me. It was where that paper folds over. That's me. Is trying to go through this. Yeah, she comes sharp. That's for sure. So it's got a good edge on it. Both edges are really sharp. Just something about it, man. It just feels like it's super high quality. I mean, I've held OTS, but this thing feels like it's super high quality. I mean, balanced out behind the pin. Right behind the switch, you're balanced out. I mean, it just feels good in hand. Feels like you can move it around. Nimble blade. And I like that dual dagger ground blade there. I wish it was a drop point. They didn't have a drop point, so we chose this one. So aluminum body. We got the claw up there on the front of the handle. The talons. Fires really good. Feels really, really nimble. Not real heavy. We're going to weigh it. I don't know what it weighs, but it feels like it's super light for as big as it is. Alright, so cutting edge. We got right at 4 inches of cutting edge. Overall, I would say 9.5. Handle, you're going to have right at about 5.5 inches. So blade to handle ratios right there, pretty good with each other. I would say that it's I'll say 4 or 5 ounces. It ain't gonna be much. Now I'm gonna have to get one of these in a drop point. 4.9 ounces for 4 inches of blade. It's crazy. All right, let's do some size comparisons. So I got out the Microtech Glycon. It's probably going to be bigger than any knife we put on the table. Let's go with the the Benchmade full-size Adamas. Yeah, it's bigger than that as well. Alright, let's go with the Benchmade Bug Out. Benchmade Bug Out, it's small. Tatcon Bulldog. I really like this out the front too. It's got a strong spring in it. It's going to be short. Let me grab one thing. I just want to see something. And then we got out the Paramilitary 2. Paramilitary 2, shorter. Let's check it against the Heretic Hydra. I bet they're almost the same size. Yeah, it's bigger than the Hydra as well. It's a pretty big knife, but it doesn't, in hand, I'm gonna have to get a drop point in one of these. I really like it. I really like it. I'm gonna have to get a drop point. The same color, I like the same color, the same stone wash. Ergonomically, right up there, right up against the blade, a little bit choked up, feels really, really good. Any grip's gonna feel good with this knife. Reverse, that may be a little bit of a hot spot right there in the reverse grip. It's kind of protrudes where you place to stick your fingers. Glass breaker, attitude adjuster. Very smooth action, guys. Very, very smooth action. And it feels like really high quality. You know, Microtech is high quality, but this just feels super nimble, super agile. That switch, it fires really hard, and just killer blade. I'm not big on double edges for some reason. I know you got more cutting edge because you could dull down one and the other one's going to be sharp. This is more of a tactical knife for me, where I like more of a working knife. It'll get it carried, you know, seldomly, not much. I like the stone wash on the blade. It does have combat Troodon there in the stone wash. It's just a sick looking knife. But if I had to choose one of these two knives here, it'd probably be the Hydra because it's the drop point. I think I'm gonna get a drop point in the Troodon. This feels really, really good, guys. Really, really good. Really, really sharp. Really, really pokey. It's got a good cute tip. That fuller down the middle. It's perfectly symmetrical. There. It's right down the middle of the blade. And that spring feels awesome. Hope everyone has a good rest of the evening, guys. Don't forget, we're coming up on 500. We will be giving away that Buck Paradigm Shift automatic knife S35VN. We're going to figure out how we're going to give it away. But if you're not subscribed, please go down to the bottom of the channel, hit the subscribe button. While you're down there, hit the like button. That's how it gets me in the algorithm to get this out to new members. Stay safe. Stay sharp. Until the next one, this is the Combat Troodon.